Welcome back to Binge Brain Trivia. It's time for the Big Bang Theory Season 6. Let's see how strong your binge brain really is. What does Howard's mother threaten to do while he's in space? Howard's mother threatens to sell his comic books due while he's in space. What item does Howard bring to space that gets broken? Howard brings a space toilet component to space that gets broken. Which astronaut constantly bullies Howard? Astronaut Mike Massimino constantly bullies Howard. How long did Howard end up being in space? Howard ends up being in space for approximately 5 months. What activity does Amy want to do to speed up her relationship with Sheldon? Amy wants to hold hands to speed up her relationship with Sheldon. What meal does Sheldon's mother always make him? Sheldon's mother always makes spaghetti with hot dog pieces. Who replaces Howard Wolowitz in the friend group when he goes to space? Stewart replaces Howard Wolowitz in the friend group when he goes to space. In the Higgs boson observation, what does Sheldon hire a grad student to do? Sheldon hires a grad student to help him skim through his childhood journals for ideas. In the re-entry minimization, during Pictionary, what picture was Leonard trying to draw for Sheldon to guess? Leonard was trying to draw a chocolate chip cookie for Sheldon to guess. In the holographic excitation, what couple's costume did Sheldon and Amy dress up as? Sheldon and Amy dress up as Raggedy C3PO and Raggedy Ann. In the holographic excitation, who was the real astronaut who made a cameo appearance? Buzz Aldrin makes a cameo appearance in this episode. What was the nickname that Sheldon came up with for Stephen Hawking? Wheels was the nickname that Sheldon came up with for Stephen Hawking. Where does Penny start taking college classes? Penny starts taking college classes at Pasadena Community College. What is the name of the guy who flirts with Penny in her class? Colin is the name of the guy who flirts with Penny in her class. What major breakthrough does Raj have in Season 6? Raj is finally able to talk to women without consuming alcohol. What is the name of Sheldon's new graduate assistant? Alex Jensen is the name of Sheldon's new graduate assistant. What is the name of the social anxiety-ridden woman Raj begins dating? Lucy is the name of the social anxiety-ridden woman Raj begins dating. Which legendary science show host is introduced Season 6? Arthur Jeffries, Professor Proton is introduced Season 6. What famous actor played Professor Proton? The famous actor Bob Newhart played Professor Proton. What happens to the guy's car during their trip to Bakersfield? It is stolen while they are taking photos on the side of the road. Which comic book series do the girls read to settle an argument? The girls read the comic book series Thor to settle an argument. What is found in Howard's closet that he refuses to open? A letter from his estranged father is found in Howard's closet. What is Raj's dog's name? Cinnamon is Raj's dog's name. What does Bernadette create in her lab that she crossed? Bernadette crossed the common cold and Ebola in her lab. What musician do both Howard and Amy share a love for? Howard and Amy share a love for the musician Neil Diamond. Where does Leonard go at the end of season 6? Leonard goes to the North Sea on a research expedition for Stephen Hawking. Who does Sheldon buy a cardboard cutout of, then return? Sheldon buys a cardboard cutout of Zachary Quinto as Spock and then returns it. What is the name of the HR director at the university? Janine Davis is the name of the HR director at the university. What did Leonard's mother, Beverly, name her book about his childhood? Leonard's mother named her book Needy Baby Greedy Baby. What is the catchy 90s anthem Sheldon reveals as his favorite cartoon theme song? Sheldon reveals his favorite cartoon theme song as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What university parking location do Sheldon and Howard fight over? Sheldon and Howard fight over parking spot 294 at the university. What specific book does Sheldon's assistant, Alex, buy for Amy because it is one of her favorites? Sheldon's assistant, Alex, buys the Canterbury Tales for Amy because it is one of her favorites books. What nickname do Howard and Amy give their car during the scavenger hunt? Howard and Amy nicknamed their car the Neil Mobile during the scavenger hunt. In the 43 Peculiarity, how much time does Sheldon spend alone every day that Howard and Raj investigate? Sheldon spends 20 minutes, from 2:45 to 3:05, alone every day. According to Sheldon's GPS voice, which president signed the Interstate Highway System Act into law? According to Sheldon's GPS voice, Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the Interstate Highway System Act into law. In the egg salad equivalency, what does Sheldon ask Alex to do for him to avoid a waste of time? Sheldon asks Alex to take an online sexual harassment seminar for him to avoid a waste of time. In the parking spot escalation, what weapon does Howard use to sit in Sheldon's spot while naked? Howard uses Sheldon's own Iron Man helmet to sit in Sheldon's spot while naked. In the scavenger hunt, what is the first clue Howard and Amy find that leads them to the comic book store? Howard and Amy find a puzzle hidden in a periodic table that leads them to the comic book store. Where do Raj and Lucy have their first date? Raj and Lucy have their first date at the library. What color is the soft kitty in the song? Gray is the color of the soft kitty in the song. That wraps up our Big Bang Theory Season 6 trivia episode. Drop your score in the comments and tell us what show or movie we should quiz next. Like and subscribe for more TV and movie trivia because binge watching deserves recognition. We'll see you next time on Binge Brain Trivia.